There is a huge mistake I see content creators make all the time. They spend thousands on cameras when their iPhone is already more powerful than the cinema camera that shot Hollywood films. And not for the reason you think. In this video, I will reveal how to make videos with your iPhone so good that you will want to sell your expensive camera. So first of all, let's talk about why use an iPhone. It's portable, you can easily carry it instead of the big cinema rig that you built out, and you can just quickly whip it out from your pocket and shoot something with it. Another reason that it's always with you and you already have it. You don't have to buy any new things, new equipment, and this is good because it destroys the excuse that I want to make a film, I want to make a video, but I don't have the equipment for it, I need a new camera for it, I need this new lens for it. No, you just have your iPhone already, just go out and create that video. And also, one of the biggest advantage is that it forces you to think about the actual video, the actual story. Because now you don't have 5 different gears that you have to worry about. Okay, let's use this lens, okay, let's use these settings. You just go out there and you have to shoot the great story, a great video, without worrying about the equipment, the hardware as much. And one very important note as well is that you don't have to use your iPhone only. You can insert clips that you made with your iPhone in your regular videos sometimes when you need it. Let's say you're doing a documentary and something suddenly happened. Instead of you taking out your camera, setting up the lens, checking the white balance, just quickly whip out your iPhone and record the clip of it happening. So how to actually shoot with the iPhone? One big advantage of using the iPhone is the 0.5x lens. It looks awesome and not many people have that type of lens for their camera. So it can give you new perspectives and new shots. And some basics, put the subject on the lines of the grid. If you don't have the grid turned on, just go to settings, camera, grid and turn it on. This is very basic and I already made a video about it, but if you put people on the line, it will look better. If you have a newer phone, shoot in log. It will give you better results, but it takes a lot of storage. So I use an SSD as well to actually shoot in log, but it's worth it because I can color grade it and then easily insert it with my actual camera clips. And the most important part is focus on the point of the video. Focus on the story of the video instead of the settings. So now we have the footage here. As you can see, we have some log footage and we have some not log footage, but let's start with the log footage and let's bring it to life very easily. I will show you my very easy setup to color grading. First, you make 4 nodes and then you go to the third one. The third one, you put color space transform. Because we shot in log, we have to turn it into the actual looking of the video, which is Rec 709. This is the output color space, and this is what you see in movies, this is what you see in TVs, because right now this looks weird and we have to turn it into the actual colors that we recorded. And after I put this in, you see it doesn't really change anything, it just looks worse, because we didn't put the input gamma and input color space. And this changes based on the camera that you use, but because we use an iPhone and this video is about the phone, we put input gamma Apple log and we don't touch input color space. Now you can see this is what it actually looked like in real life when I was there, but we can still take this up a notch because we have the second node to make small adjustments, to add a little bit more contrast, and of course there is much more to this game than just doing what I do now, but I want to show you this simple way to do this. We added a bit more contrast and now comes the most fun part. We go to the 4th node and then we use LUT. LUT is amazing because it's just a preset. You apply it and it looks so much better than before. I really like this LUT right here because it makes the color stand out, but I usually look through some and find what works best for this exact situation. I went with my usual one, but sometimes I don't want to have the effect 100% on. I just want some of it. So let's go to this page right here and let's the key output gain, let's switch it to 50%, a little bit more, 80%. Now this looks perfect. If you look at this, this doesn't look like a usual iPhone footage. So what I have here is some real camera footage. And now if we insert our color graded one right here and just put it in these clips. So this is the iPhone one and the others are from cameras. And if you check it now, it doesn't stick out like a thumb. It feels like it's almost at the right place. But this is from an iPhone footage and this is from a real camera. I know the color grading could be much better, but right now this is just an example. But we have the not log footage. Let's add it to the end and let's watch it now. If we watch it now, we can see, okay, this looks good, then bam. This looks like, okay, this is from an iPhone. So how we can turn this around and not make it look like it's from an iPhone? Well, we go back to the color space, and the thing is with this is that it's already Rec 709, so we don't need to do this fancy setup that I showed you. It's actually not fancy, it's actually very simple, but we don't need, it's already Rec 709. But our problem is right now is that it's very contrasty, it's very sharp, as you can see. iPhone does this, it makes footages very sharp. So what I usually do is I add two more nodes, we go onto the second one and remove some contrast. So now if you check the difference, it looks a little bit worse, but also not as contrasty. So now we go to the third node and add the same LUT that we used. And now I usually insert another node after the LUT, and I know many color graders will kill me for this, but I do this and then I try to match it to our other clips. As you can see, the purple is the not log one, is the usual video that you can shoot with your iPhone. And if we watch now, what we can see is these match, and even though we are at a different location, this doesn't look like an iPhone footage. Of course, it doesn't look really good, but obviously it's much better than if we were do it like this. Only thing to worry about is that you shouldn't overdo the contrast, because if we remove too much contrast, it just looks very weird. So we just remove a little bit of contrast and then we can work with it. So now let's actually add the vertical to the mix. I shot the vertical in log, so I will put my color grade that I did before here. And if you check it, it matches the colors. But our only problem is that it has black bars around it. You can fix it very easily. What I would usually do is copy this layer above and then take the bottom one and just scale it up. And after you scale it up, now you add some blur to it. It can be a lot of different blurs, and now it doesn't look that out of place. Probably the radial blur wasn't my best idea ever. Let's just do Gaussian blur so it doesn't look really weird. But as you can see right now, the color doesn't break at the side of the screen. If we couldn't see the details, but we just like look at the color of the whole player right here, it wouldn't look that out of place. But for me, I don't have to do all of this because I just drag an effect right here and it does it for me. It's actually funny that it didn't do it for me right now. What happened? Now it works. I don't have to do anything, it works. Okay, now we are done with saving our footages. We saved the vertical footage, we saved the log footage, and we saved the usual iPhone clip footage. But now let's play to our advantage and let's add the 0.5x clip into the mix. I gave it the orange color, and again, let's put the preset on. And of course I would change things around because it's just too dark for my taste. But if we look at it now, we can see a ton of different type of clips, but it works well together. For example, these two, I see from miles away that it would work well together if we check this and this. And we used an iPhone for this. And I don't have a lens that can record this big of a perspective, so I can use my phone. But now what we can do is we can take this to the next level and add some things to it so it feels like it's one single video together. For example, we can add an adjustment clip and then drag it out for the whole section and just do a dynamic zoom. And this dynamic zoom means that the video will zoom out all the time so it feels connected together because it moves together. We can also add a texture on top, because if we have a texture on all of the videos, that means that it ties it together. It feels like it's just one video, like the zoom. So when we change the composition mode to, let's say, color dodge, well, this looks awful, like I wouldn't use this anywhere, but you get the point. You can add texture to it, and let's say we do this at 10%. This may look a little bit better, but you can see no footage sticks out from here. No footage feels like it's different, which is great, which is good. This is what we want when we insert it in our projects. And if you actually put some time into it, you can create very good sequences just from your iPhone. This was just shot with my iPhone. I did it in 2 minutes. I got better results with it. Like for example, these two videos was done with my iPhone and the same method, and it looks great together. It doesn't look like an iPhone footage. So now I want to quickly show you an example where I added iPhone clips to a video, and as you can see here, I used my camera as well. It looks amazing, but this was done with an iPhone right here, and it's just a vlog of me because it was so much easier with my phone. But it's color graded a little bit and it's inserted into the video. Now this was done with the camera. This was done with my iPhone. Camera here. This was done with my first camera. Now this sticks out. This doesn't look really good because it's my first camera and the light was not so good, but it doesn't matter because the story was good. And that means that It doesn't matter, even it gave a vibe that, oh, we are struggling right now. It's a story about how we built an online education business from scratch, but basically this was the part where we were struggling. We didn't know what to do. And this framing right here and this color right here actually gave the feeling very well. It gave it better than my camera. This was done with my phone. This looks good. This was done with the camera, but again, you wouldn't say it's different. Phone, camera. So as you can see, I can use my phone and my camera at the same time, and it actually doesn't look bad. It feels like it's tied together, and it's so much easier for me as a filmmaker to use both of my equipment to create the video that I like. I use the camera for fancy shots and I used the phone for quick vlogs and to quickly capture some things. And the story was the main thing that turned this video into a banger.